Well, hello from beautiful Audrain County, Missouri. Sheriff Matt Aller. So we're on a different part of the farm today because, well, it's kind of muddy and needed a place that had a little less mud than right there on the homestead where the house is. So we came down to the far north end, which is a big bottom, and I coyote hunt down here, and one of the things that I coyote hunt with, I've got a custom built AR rifle in 223 that I've had good luck with. Many a coyote and many a bobcat has fallen to that rifle, but when I come to places like this down here in this bottom, where it's probably 1,000 yards across and maybe 700-800 yards north and south, needed something a little longer range. So I talked to the kids at Graff & Sons, and we came up with the Ruger SFAR, which is an AR platform rifle chambered in 308. And I actually looked at one of these, read up a little bit about them, and then Graff's got one in. They make them in 16 and 20. This is a 20. Went and looked at one and took my coyote rifle with me, and my coyote rifle is actually lighter than this rifle. Or I'm sorry, heavier than this. This rifle in 308 is actually lighter than my custom built in 223. So I was kind of intrigued by it, and went ahead and bought it. Matt and Cody down at Graff & Sons. Here's something. So before I go any further, a couple of things. First off, nobody's giving me guns to shoot like some of these other guys. Some of the other YouTube guys, they have sponsors that send them stuff for free. Nah, I paid money for all this stuff. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, if somebody sent me a gun, I would certainly shoot it and give them an honest opinion. But the other thing is, most of the stuff I do is unscripted. I don't get a gun and then go out and shoot it a bunch. If I tell you it's first shots, it's first shots. I don't go out and shoot for an hour and make sure that I'm not going to embarrass myself and all that. I'm okay with embarrassment. I've been embarrassed most of my life. So anyway, Graff & Sons had this, and I decided that I wanted to go ahead and buy it. So I had Cody and Matt put a Leopold scope mount on it, and an Athlon Talos 3 to 9 by 40. I'm sorry, 3 to 12 by 40, not 3 to 9. The Athlon scopes, Graff & Sons carries those, and they're not super high dollar, but they're not super cheap either. I think this is probably a $350 scope, something like that. I bought this gun, took it to the sheriff's office, to the range there, sighted it at 100, and kind of put it in a safe and forgot about it. So it is still sighted at 100. At some point I will sight it beyond 100, because that's my intention, is to predator hunt with this out to 350, 400 yards. So, but for today, I just kind of wanted to talk about how I thought Ruger did this rifle right. Go ahead and drop this tailgate. So Ruger milled out a whole bunch of stuff. See the mag wells? Got a bunch milled out here. There's a noticeable lip on the receiver where the excess metal's been milled away. Though for those of you that are familiar with the AR-10 platform, they're kind of a big, boxy, bulky platform. And Ruger essentially looked at that and did away with a lot of the metal that really wasn't needed. And that includes the bolt carrier group. The bolt carrier group is much closer to the size of a 5.56 or 223 bolt carrier group than any other AR-10 I've ever seen. And I've owned DPMS. I've owned other brands of AR-10s in 308, and I found them always to be big and bulky. So this one is, again, it's lighter than my AR platform coyote rifle. Now keep in mind, My AR-10 or my AR-15 Coyote rifle's got an MK-12 barrel on it, kind of a heavy profile. Not a bull, but heavy. And it's 22 inches long, where this is only 20. But nice muzzle brake. The muzzle brake is good and bad. The good is it gives you a nice follow-up shot. Takes away some of the backwards recoil. The bad is a lot of noise, a lot of concussion. Magpul M-lock, aluminum forend, and Magpul furniture all the way around. It has the quick detach holes in it to mount quick detach slings, stuff like that. But all in all, I think I've got, I don't know what MSRP is on the rifle itself. I believe with the rifle and the scope, I've got about maybe $1,400 in this gun, which that's a lot of money, but so far it's been a nice shooting rifle. Now keep in mind that's only been about 15 or 20 rounds. So down yonder, excuse me, since it's 50 degrees today and it was like 12 degrees a couple days ago, my sinuses are messed up and they're dribbling into my throat. 100 yards down the way, I've got another camera set up, and I've got paper plates, my wife's finest Chinette, and I've got a couple of gallon milk jugs with dyed water in them. So hopefully the other camera will pick up some dramatic stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and take 3 shots at the paper plate, the top paper plate, and then take shots at those milk jugs, see if we can't get some splash, some pink mist. I took red food color, my wife's red food. See, I'm stealing all my wife's stuff out of the kitchen. She really enjoys that. So that being said, let me put my ears on, and I'm going to do this kind of freehand. I'm going to lean on the UTV here, and you should be able to maybe see the muzzle of the gun. I'm not sure what you'll be able to see from where you're at, but I'm going to try to lean on the UTV and put 3 rounds on the paper plate and hopefully hit those 2-gallon milk jugs. So keep in mind, we're shooting a 168 grain Federal Gold Medal match that uses a Sierra 168 grain open tip match bullet. So kind of pricey stuff, but one of those things that if I'm going to shoot a rifle and try to get some accuracy out of it. So here's the other thing. Nobody's paying me, but pay attention to what I'm telling you. Sierra Bullets is a Missouri company. They're in Sedalia, Missouri. Not that I go there and buy Sierra Bullets. I buy them from Graf's, but I am always willing to promote a Missouri business. And they're not giving me a nickel for saying this, but in all the years that I've hand loaded, I think Sierra bullets have been one of the most accurate bullets I've ever loaded, and they're probably one of the more cost effective. So anyway, I will probably have to shoot. There's high grass along this lane, so I don't know if I can see it from this side or not. Yeah, I probably can. All right, I'm going to give it 3 on the top paper plate, and then we're going to try to hit some jugs. I'd take my hat off, getting in the way of the scope. Man, the sun is right in my eyes, too. All right. I can tell that we did good stuff. Well, let me back up. I can tell we hit the milk jug. That's what I can tell. So I'm going to try to splice that camera footage from that other camera in. I'm not sure where the holes are in the paper plate. I guess I'll go down and get the other camera, and then we'll talk about that at some point. May fire up another camera, may fire the camera back up and splice that in. I'm not technologically savvy, so anyway, my review on the Ruger SFAR is it's a nice lightweight AR platform rifle, chambered in 308 or 7.61 by 52 NATO. Man, every time I've shot it, which has not been a whole lot, but I have shot it a lot, it seems to do very well. My other rifle, my Coyote rifle, I have a fixed stock on. This is the adjustable mag pull, but it's tight enough that it don't wiggle, and you get pretty solid stability out of it. So one thing you guys can probably rest assured is if there's something I don't like, I'm gonna be happy to tell you, because these folks ain't paying me to say any, you know, good or bad or anything else. I'm just giving you an honest, unadulterated, pretty much off the cuff, unscripted opinion about things. And this SFAR from Ruger, I think Ruger probably did a lot of things to get the 308 platform AR rifle, or the AR platform rifle chambered in 308. I think they did a lot of things to make it much more user-friendly, and accuracy is, I don't think it's a problem, but we'll see. Now keep in mind that stuff I was shooting was offhand, so we'll go up and take a look at that paper plate, and we'll see in a bit. Hey, well, we drove up to the target. Take a look at it. So, the wife's fine chinette there. There's one there, two in the black. Sure, I probably pulled that one because I was shooting offhand instead of from a rest. And the milk jugs, let's see. Here's one we hit pretty much in the middle. You can see where the bullet impacted right there. And true to fashion with the stuff that was on the paper plate there, that one we hit a little low, but at 100 yards offhand, not bad. So if you know, if you're looking for a nice lightweight 308 AR platform rifle, you could probably do worse than the Ruger. I think it's a fairly accurate rifle. Someday I'll sit down and actually sit behind a bench and put it on paper, but I think I've probably put 15 or 20 rounds through that rifle, enough to get the scope on at 100 yards and come out here and play with it and talk about it. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Sheriff Matt Aller, Audrain County Sheriff's Office. Have a great Sunday.